Cheddar! The Chad Man! Hey, Dookie. Come on, I'm seeing more cold. Maybe it's just me. Sean, and I typed in the wrong passcode. There we go. How's you guys are feeling today? And it sucks because for some people it's their last winter break. But anyway, besides that, how we're feeling today, we're back on the tablet tonight. We had so much fun last night on StreamYard. We're back on the tablet. Yeah, we did. Can't tell you what was the best highlight from it. What a great way to kick out the first stream, huh? So lovely, so amazing. Oh no! Like I never did that to you so many times before in the past. Trust me, buddy. We'll be not going out late, like the 1 a.m., 12 a.m. South Stream. I got work in the morning, actually. So, yes, Black Velvet, a certified hood classic. You have to be there for 2020 to understand this, you know? It's gotta be there for 2020. Now. Oh, now, you're kissing. Oh yeah, right. That reminds me. So we just got some exciting news regarding. Turn a little bit. We got some news regarding. Oh yes, real ones. Real ones does know the hype of that being found. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you gotta be there. To be there. It's one of those things, man. That you gotta be there to witness. Besides the pandemic, but that you gotta realize peakness was at its prime. But anyway, what I was saying. Oh yeah. So how big was the hype? It was huge, bro. It was so huge. Braylon first. I'm gonna continue this conversation first, but yeah, Braylon was the one. You know, he reprogrammed it at Goofy Gas, and hey, Ethan, can't wait for you to leave right after. But let's just show the new outro that you showed me. But anyway, yeah, Braylon reprogrammed the whole entire thing because it came from the TiVo or the T. It came out that system with the TV. I forgot what it was called, and he reprogrammed it. Everybody was so excited to see it, and then Yogi Bear was just like was a really big surprise too. From what I was told, they actually had the audio for a while, and they just waited until like they released it for the anniversary. Then I started questioning my decision about supporting the Mafia after years later. The Moose Man? No. I'm not showing right now. Don't you point your fingers at me! Next thing you know, I'm gonna have a gun pointing to my head. Man gonna jump out to my window. Like, play the thing! Yeah. That's what I heard, that they had it for like... They had it for a while, I guess. Or like, something like that. That's what I was hearing. But anyway, so... I want to show you guys this. So you guys can see this later on in future references. So I gave Ethan a call one night. I was like, hey man, you don't mind making me an outro for Constant Cheese Entertainment? Since, you know, we really don't have like a lot of... I mean, I don't have a lot of outros. And I thought doing one for the talk show, but I'm just, you know, I really don't care about the talk show. So this is what Ethan came up with. And, you know, he sent it to me late last night. So this is what he came up with. This is the brand new outro that you'll be seeing very, very hopefully soon. I don't know when yet, because you guys know I'm always doing something. And this is the new outro. This is the brand new outro that you'll see after almost every topic videos, not like regular ass videos, but topic videos. Maybe social blogs or whatnot. So this is it. There's no music. He said this is for me, like, for me to do. So look at that. You can tell that that's a real copy off of the hey, 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 hey. There we go. This is like a style, I want to say, from it looks like how Jasper and Munchar and Pasquale are. I can see he did that style off of the Chucky's and Friends, Chucky and Friends Bible pitch. As you can kind of see a little bit of it, like see how Jasper is, Munches, Pasquale is. I like it. It actually looks really good, and I love his little Looney Tunes style for it. So thanks Ethan for making this dope outro. We'll be using it very, very, very soon. Well, I'll be using very, very soon. I don't know why I keep saying we, but yes, yeah. Yeah, it did came up the new Rockfire. It did came up the new Rockfire tape. Actually, I want to say they probably discovered it when they was getting the stuff out of Odyssey. When they were putting in the show and stuff, and Jacob somehow found it. Well, okay. So about that one, and what it is that you're on your laptop, or you're like on your laptop tablet, you're gonna see it centered. But if you go to the, I'm gonna show the TV for example. So there's a difference in it actually, and I think me and Ethan, we had talked about it, and I was kind of like, wasn't really too much on it, and I don't know, maybe that'd be an Ethan thing because he's the one that made the whole banner for it. So let me go to my TV. Because, you know, I didn't think it was going to be much of a problem, but now I'm getting complaints about it. Not complaints, I'm just getting talks about it. So if you go on your TV, like say you want to watch one of my videos on TV, you'll see the actual, hey! You'll see the actual banner right there. Now say like, so then you hear it right here. I forgot I was listening to this. Yeah. I mean, at the same time, it's like, right. I would not be surprised if people watch my stuff on TV, actually, to be honest with you. But I mean, like, you watch it on mobile and computer, yeah, it's gonna show like a little bit of mess up, actually. So You know, you do? Well, holy smackaroonies. And then I just popped up with one of my blogs, actually. Wait, he said he moved the alley roller? Oh, so all the games did got removed. I was right. That explains it. So they did got moved. Either got moved or they just got thrown out. Sorry, I'm looking at an old blog. Yeah, I gotta go back to New Orleans now. You stand corrected? I know. Tell you about it. Yeah, I gotta go back to New Orleans. I gotta see what their playground looks like. Because my tech told me that one of the alley rollers got moved off. So I'm thinking either the rest of the games that were there at the time either got moved around or they weren't out in the store anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna go check it out one day. That'd be a fun little trip. Go back to New Orleans, go check out. Anyway, what we're talking about? Oh yeah, right. Okay, there we go. Now we clear up the whole information. Ethan said, okay, the banner was not intentional. I tried my absolute hardest to make it center as I could, but it can never fit. YouTube sucks with their sizing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's all blame YouTube for that horrible decision of their sizing. So it's not Ethan's fault, it's YouTube's fault. So that's an L YouTube moment. Hey, piece of dog. So yeah, that's L YouTube on their part. And I mean, it makes sense. And I tried to. I think we had to talk about that. So yes, that is an L on YouTube's part for making it. So I'm sorry if you guys are seeing like half bodies of the characters. Like I said, if you go on your TV, you'll see the full body of the characters. So yeah. Oh. But in other news though, after since we have gone off that whole niche right here. Uh, so I know you heard Cheddar that the details will be dropping there. I guess their first part of the Victory documentary style this upcoming Thursday, which I know you are excited about. I am excited about as well. Just came across the Rio this morning, but there's talks, at least I want to say a rumor as of right now, that we'll be getting a brand new Michael Jackson biopic trailer, and at least from what sources are saying, that the new trailer, might be dropping on the Super Bowl. And of course, the Super Bowl is like around February, so I can say take this with a grain of salt because, again, there's no like confirm, at least I want to say not confirmed information, but everybody's kind of keeping quiet about it, and a lot of fans are speculating like when the biopic trailer is supposed to drop. um, so according to the Beyond reports, they said that no, that was a teaser trailer. That was a teaser trailer. That's not the real trailer. That was just a little teaser that they just put out. Or, well, yeah, that was like a. Again, some say teaser trailer, some say trailer. So, yeah, that was like the first glimpse of it. But we didn't get like the full actual trailer just yet. We only saw like bits of clips here and there. And then New Year's Day, um, again, it was reposted around saying this was like "Welcome to the Year of Michael," which again is just supposed for the teaser trailer. Um, like yeah, we did got the trailer. We did got the actual trailer last November, and now we're now having the a new trailer according to the Beyond reports. The Beyond reporter, who absolutely is right on some accurate things. It said a new Michael Jackson trailer is reportedly being prepared for the Super Bowl, which again, it you know this could lead to a lot of things because a lot of people, a lot of fans were speculating that we will probably get the trailer drop at the Super Bowl. And I mean, hey, it makes a lot of sense because if you think about it, the artist, like name one artist who really did a great performance at the Super Bowl over the years, arguably people are going to say Michael Jackson. I mean, you can look back at the you can look back. I was gonna make a Jasper render, new Jasper render in the style since that's Charles' favorite. But I was super fucking lazy last night. But I remember how the piece I did last year. Wait, what style of Jasper render you talking about? Not saying to redo it, but I was wondering what render you're talking about. Because I do not remember. I do not remember which render you're talking about. That's like was my favorite Jasper render. You might have to send it to me what it is, because I had not looked at the renders in such a long time. Or, yeah, you might have to send it to me, dude, to refresh my memory, because I remember you had like the render somewhere, and like I know what you're talking about, and I just feel like, oh, in your style, oh, okay. But maybe I saw that I liked it out of Jasper. I don't remember. It was such a long time. But I like it. It gets all that Chucky and Friends vibe, like in the Bible pitch, where he's like pointing up and looking at Munch, and Munch is like waving and everything. So yeah. When are the Grammys? Because people did say the Grammys too, but nothing dropped at the Grammys. Um, Nothing really dropped it at the Grammys last year. Is it like they're like October or something like that? I want to say October. February. Okay, so that makes sense. It could be either the Grammys, could be either the Super Bowl. Hell, it could even be both at the same time. I mean, who really knows? I mean, both of them do come out next month. So it really all depends. But reports are saying the Super Bowl, and again, it makes sense. Then again, I can understand the Grammys too because hey, I mean, Michael Jackson won some awards at the, won some awards and stuff. So you know what? I'm excited. I'm really excited that we're finally getting a new trailer again, a brand new trailer. Hopefully, this like shows more of who's in the biopic, who's not in the biopic. Um, you know, and of course, with the movie being like 3 months away as of right now, so it really all depends on who's in the biopic, who's in the biopic. Hopefully, they advertise the movie like crazy. They probably will. I mean, it's the estate. I mean, that's another story for another day, another video for maybe another day. But I feel like they're gonna advertise this movie like so great. Imagine the many breakdown videos coming out. They're just gonna analyze the trailer to depth, dude. They are, and I see like a lot of YouTubers like they got their self like copyrights off of making like the breakdowns and everything for it, because that's how the estates are. They just love the money at the end of the day. Um, I know there's a lot of talk. There's actually a lot of talk saying that Janet, Reby, and Randy aren't going to be in the movie, but we already saw that Randy's already in the movie, and he's gonna be in the biopic because you notice from the Victory Tour, the first Victory Tour, you can kind of see a glimpse of Randy and the rest of the brothers, besides Jackie. But again, Janet, she's all support for the movie. Um, so she has spoken out. She's saying that she's all support for the movie since she was very quiet about it. I don't know what Reby case is against the estate, and I don't know what Randy is again against the estate either. I just know that them both have been really, really quiet ever since this whole thing been like announced and whatever. Then again, fans are just speculating that they're probably not going to focus on the sisters like they did with the MJ musical. or they're just gonna only focus on Michael and the brothers, or they're gonna focus on this character or that character. I do not expect to see a lot. We're going with his early childhoods. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. You got to focus on everybody in the family. Um, you got to focus on everyone in the family. I'm not gonna sit here and say let's make this long enough to where it's like, we're having a Catherine and Joseph storyline, because we already had that before. That was an American Dream. Um, so I don't think we need all of that. Let's just focus on Michael's life. Let's focus on Michael's life, his journey, and see where that goes out to. Um, that's just how I see it. That's really how I see this whole biopic going with. Honestly, again, anything is possible. Anything is possible on the table of what happens. So, um, but I'm excited for the casting. I'm really excited for the casting. The rest of the casting, actually. And I think there was one dude, I forgot his Instagram, but I came across his Instagram, and I think he's saying that he's playing Tito, I want to say. I think he said he was playing Tito. And someone commented talking about how good was it working with Jafar, and he said that it was really good working with Jafar. Like I said, I forgot to do his TikTok, but I just came across it one time, and there was like a glimpse of him in the trailer during the Victory Tour, and I'm like, oh wow. So it is confirmed that we have someone else that's in the whole biopic. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for it to drop and see where this story takes place. Um, but yeah, the estate gonna probably market the hell out of this whole biopic, and make this the biggest biopic ever. Now, can I say of the year wise? I really don't know, but it's kind of something. It's kind of something long overdue. It's really something long overdue that we needed this. A lot of fans needed this, so yeah. But speaking of which, to break down, I know you asked about this last night, Cheddar, and I guess you didn't watch this on your free time, so it's okay. I'm a take that free time from you, and I'm gonna actually do this for you. So yesterday, last night, we had talked about the Muppet Show special event, which of course is like it's a month from today, which again I'm excited. And of course, Mucktown Funk, aka Todd, had made a whole teaser. Well, goddamn, Cheddar, you actually took my word for once. Not saying that I'm happy for you, not saying that I'm proud of you, not saying that I'm really disappointed in you, not saying that I'm about to sit here and question your decision, asking me, well, we're still gonna watch this over again and again and again. You know what? It doesn't matter. Cheddar, I'm so proud of you that you went ahead and you took that free time enough for you to watch that video. You get yourself a goddamn cookie. Whatever you want, I will go to the store and I will go buy that cookie for you, and maybe some milk, because cookies go great with milk. And I'm not saying that because I'm saying I'm gonna get some milk and I'm gonna be right back. Just know I'm gonna be back with the cookies and the milk. That is all. So anyway, so for those who haven't seen Todd's I'm just gonna get the damn fucking cookies. You know what? We're gonna go get some damn fucking cookies, alright? You don't eat your cookies, but we're gonna go get some damn cookies, man. Whatever you want. Look, we can go to the whole cookie store and get all the cookies you like. Alright? Cool. Buckle up. We're going in. We're going to get some cookies. Anyway, for those who haven't seen Mucktown's Funk recent video, he actually did a breakdown of the special teaser trailer which I think I actually missed some few parts actually in here yesterday of what I said when we looked at it. So now let's just check it out for the next 23, 44 minutes of what we can expect and some things we have seen, at least have missed, and all this other stuff. Because again, this is absolutely great. So let's get to it. Why just keep flipping around on me? Why you do this to me? Okay, so we got the white screen. This lovely, lovely white screen. Turn down a little bit. Turn on the sound. Make sure it's mute. I mean unmute, and we open up with Seth Rogen. Lovely.
Finally, after several months of anticipation, we have a full trailer for the Muppet Show Revival special coming to ABC just next month on February 4th of 2026. This 30-second spot ran during ABC's New Year's Eve special and features quite a bit of very interesting new footage. And today, I'm going to break down all of it and go over everything you may have missed in the 2026 Muppet Show special trailer. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Muppet on Funk. I'm your host Ty, as always, and today I am very excited. I love breaking down Easter eggs and trailers, and this is the first time I've been able to do that here on this channel, so let's get started. But before we do, I just want to briefly mention Disney didn't officially release this trailer on YouTube until this morning, the morning of January 2nd, and by the time they did, this video was already almost halfway edited, and my editor and I were using footage from someone else who screen recorded the trailer and posted it. So if some of the footage is a little more high quality than other footage, or if the quality seems to get a bit better at around the 10 or 15 minute mark of the video, then you'll know why. Anyway, let's get started with this trailer breakdown.
You know, one thing I love to notice about what Todd and Rob have in common, they really talk really, really fast. Like, these guys can really, make a really good script, and the moment they start recording, they speak really, really fast. Like, that's one thing I adore from both of them is like they're fast speaking, talking. Like the moment they speak, and then when the video and you're like, wow, that was so fast, that was so quick. Like, I don't know how they do it, but it just amazes me. It really does. And there's no hate. There's really no hate. It really amazes me, you know? Yeah, it's literally a roller coaster.
We start off with a couple shots of Kermit turning on the lights in the Muppet Theater. These are the exact same shots that we saw in the teaser trailer a few weeks back. I'd honestly be pretty surprised if these end up in the final version of the show. I expect them to just be some shots created originally for that trailer that are now being reused here.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
We get a shot of the stage, and then a zoom in on Kermit, who explains it's the return of the Muppet Show, back on the stage where it all started and then ended, and is maybe starting again depending on how tonight goes. Of course, when this special was first rumored, it was rumored to be a backdoor pilot for a full-fledged Muppet Show revival, and it seems that's basically been confirmed here. I'm honestly kind of surprised that we have Kermit straight up saying that if this does well, they'll do more, but that's a very meta sort of Muppet way to do it. And of course, it's intercut with a bunch of shots of things going wrong. As Kermit talks, we have several shots that are simply part of the Muppet Show intro, recreated for this special. It's just the classic Muppet Show intro, redone again, very similar to what we saw in the 2011 movie. We see a shot of the orchestra pit as the curtains open. Very nice to see that Lips was put in there. And of course, we also have that classic shot of Rolf in suit. Interesting to note, Rolf's puppet was actually recently rebuilt, I'd assume for this pilot. We've seen a lot of old puppets return and be rebuilt for this special, and we're going to see even more throughout this trailer. Rolf is the only main character where I've noticed a puppet rebuild for this special. While main characters get new puppets all the time, and it's typically not all that much to talk about, Rolf is pretty notable because this is seemingly the first new Rolf puppet in about 40 years.
Yeah, so this is where it all started. So when Baskerville had his Muppet of the Week, the Muppet Studios on the Muppet Instagram account, shared this reel of Rolf mentioning about Baskerville, and this is where people notice, oh, this is a new Rolf puppet. Because again, the Rolf puppet that you guys seen before in the past has been used since 1985, so that's very, very long time.
Yeah, according to the Muppet Wiki, the previous Rolf puppet had been in use since 1985.
Yeah, that's a very this puppet here, been used since 1985, is like it's amazing, you know. What's my opinion on Bowling for Soup? I love Bowling for Soup. Jared's a great voice of Chuck, and his music is so great. His solo music is actually good. And yes, 1985. I don't like the CC version of 1985, so, you know. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I barely noticed it myself too when Todd mentioned it yesterday in this video. I was like, oh wow, and I think I mentioned to someone else about it too, and she said the same thing. But you know, I just know that Rolf was the same puppet since '85, and I guess with this special they finally made him more useful and like a new puppet and stuff, which we kind of saw like in the gaming awards too.
They got a lot of use out of that guy, and now for this special, they finally rebuilt him. Absolutely crazy. I first noticed Rolf was new during a set of videos he did for the Muppets 70th Anniversary initiative on social media.
God, his eyes. Like look at how his eyes right here are, and then go. Well, I think it's showing another clip of the puppy, but look how the eyes are so different from each other. Which is, he did a whole deep dive of Rolf actually at the first episode. Really great.
Was also the puppet they
Oh yeah, it's the eyes for me. It's really the eyes for me for Rolf. Like something about it.
brought out to the Game Awards last month. This Rolf has slightly lighter fur on his face, I think, and also his eyes seem a bit closer together. Trust me,
Yeah.
I'm a Rolf expert.
Yeah, go watch the video.
We have a shot of Gonzo in his helmet zooming by a cast of other Muppets. We've seen him wear this helmet many times recently, although I think his jumpsuit may be new. Definitely let me know if I'm wrong about that down in the comments. He passes by a
I guarantee you we're gonna see a lot of arm rods in this special for sure. I know I mentioned that last night, but I guarantee you we're gonna see a lot of arm rods in this special.
group of other characters, including the Swedish Chef, Beaker, Sam Eagle, Pops, Bunsen, and in the background you can see two of the Flying Zucchini Brothers, marking their first appearance since the beginning of Muppets Most Wanted. We then get a shot of Beauregard hacking a box off the wall with a crowbar. There's another shot of Beauregard later on in the trailer as well. Maybe we'll be getting some backstage hijinks. Maybe bringing the Muppet Show back on air will have some bad effects on the building itself, and Beauregard will have to deal with them or something like that. We then get a shot of Beaker's eyes falling out, which is very interesting. In the background, there's a sign that says Muppet Lab Text Only. I think this basically confirms, right, that we're going to be getting a new Muppet Lab segment, and this is what's going to happen to poor Beaker at the end of it. This guy can never escape the terrible body horror happening to him.
How long it takes a beginner like my dad to go from beer belly to get ripped again with Tai Chi.
Okay, that was
After this,
weird.
We have another shot from the intro recreated, the classic shot of the monsters walking through the arches. I was very interested to see what they were going to do for this part of the intro in the special. For those of you who don't know, I covered this in a past Muppet Deep Dive episode. The original arch sequence featured a character named Timmy Monster, who wasn't brought back for the 2011 movie. In fact, in that movie, his arch was just kept empty.
See, this is what I was talking about with Dog last night. Like they accidentally rebuilded Dog because the original Dog puppet was used in stores, but again, puppets break and tear, so they accidentally reused Dog. No, I'm sorry. They accidentally remade Dog so big that if you ever watch the 2011 movie, he's in front of the arches, not in between, like with the mutations, Sweetums. Now I don't know why they didn't brought back Timmy Monster at this time, but yeah, that's interesting to see. Now, where is this huge dog puppet at nowadays? I don't know. Maybe they got destroyed later on after the film, but yeah, Tyler Brunch was the guy that performed a dog in this actual movie, and you could just imagine.
And with all of the classic original Muppet Show characters that haven't shown up since reappearing in this special, I was wondering if Timmy Monster would be rebuilt or not. Well, it seems he was not. This shot actually replaces him with Dog Lion, something first done in the Muppets Take the Bull and O2 shows in 2017 and 2018. Aside from him, though, the rest of the roster is the exact same. Two of the mutations, Sweetums and my boy Fog there in the middle. And it looks like they finally rebuilt Fog to be the proper
You mean rebuild? You mean shrunk down? We're gonna look up the Muppet Wiki for this one.
size. For those of you who don't know, this is something that I covered back in my Fog video. In the 2011 Muppet movie, they accidentally rebuilt this character 4 feet taller than he was supposed to be. They rebuilt him to be 12 feet tall instead of 9. They make a joke about that.
Oh yeah, there's also a joke about it in the movie as well, where he cannot get fit into the arches, and yeah, you gotta watch the 2011 movie to like really get it, you know.
In the movie by having Fog get stuck in the arches, and then afterwards he just walks in front of them because he simply doesn't fit. But here, it looks like they rebuilt him so that he could fit, which is really great. I thought maybe they would cheat it and like digitally shrink down the 2011 Fog puppet with CGI, but no, this is definitely a new Fog puppet, much more in line with the original. Very cool. We then got a shot of Sabrina Carpenter here, of course the guest star for this special, in a bar set. I'd assume this is part of some sort of musical number. It's going to be interesting to see if she's singing her own songs or songs.
Hopefully, we get the confirmed information.
Of course, in the original Muppet Show, the guest stars tended to sing their own work, so I assume that's what she'll be doing, but we'll have to wait and see. She's singing while swinging around a Muppet before throwing them. I cannot for the life of me
It's a blue freckle,
figure out
guys.
who this Muppet is, but later on in the trailer, there's another shot of her in this same bar set alongside the Frackle JG wearing a white tank top. So I'd assume this is probably him. This is going to be the punchline or part of the punchline for this segment. Also in the shot, we have Sam the Eagle behind the bar stool. We have a group of chickens who I assume are going to be Sabrina Carpenter's backup singers. And the most interesting character here, in my opinion, is Paul Revere the horse, who's sticking his head out on the left side of the screen. We haven't seen this guy in a long time. His last appearance was in the third
That was the horse
episode
named Paul Revere.
back in 1997. Very interesting background character to bring back. I'm not sure if this is his previous puppet being used again, or if he was rebuilt. His eyes seem a bit further apart than they were before, maybe, but I can't quite tell. I'll have to get a closer look at him. We then have Miss Piggy breaking down the door to Sabrina Carpenter's dressing room. I'd assume they're going to have some sort of rivalry, as right after this, we get a shot of her telling Miss Piggy she's an icon, and Piggy being quite flattered before they both show up and dramatically turn around in the same clothing. Maybe Piggy's going to think that she's supposed to be the guest star for the episode, and she gets mad when she learns there's another one. I'm not sure.
If you want to ace your school semesters this year, you should start finding the right tools ASAP. So I use Grammarly because they're...
It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Sabrina Carpenter here. I'm not the biggest fan of her, but I think she's a really great artist, and I think she's a good pick for somebody who could do both comedic sketches and solid, great musical numbers. I will say, though, I do hope somewhere in this special we get an appearance from someone who appeared on the original Muppet Show. That might be a bit much to ask, but this is being aired as a 50th anniversary special, and I think it'd be really great if we could see one of the guest stars who was on the original show come back, but that's probably not going to be the case. It's going to be interesting to see if this gets
Right.
as a full series, what other guest stars they're going to have. I think
You'll probably find the next one.
choice for the pilot because she's very relevant right now and is also a pretty big name to get, and you can definitely get some other people and studios interested in coming on as guest stars. Let me know in the comments who you would like to see guest star on a Muppet Show reboot. Maybe I'll do a video going over that in the future. I do like Piggy dressing up in Sabrina Carpenter's sort of signature look with the hair and the big jacket. I combination of your typical Muppet main cast, classic Muppet Show characters returning, and the other Muppet characters that have sort of been added into the main cast along the way. That seems to be comprising the sort of main cast here. It's going to be very interesting to see, right, the sort of combination of Muppets from over the years. I'm just going to go in order of what we see at the top in the far upper left. I am shocked to see who I'm pretty sure is Hilda, right? Hilda was the Muppet Theater seamstress who only appeared in the first season of the Muppet Show, and I'm pretty sure hasn't shown up since, which is absolutely crazy to see that she is back. That is really, really cool. I wonder if she'll speak in this show or have anything other than this little cameo in the intro, because they definitely had to rebuild her for this, I'd assume. She was given a Muppet of the Week spotlight, so yeah, very cool to see her back. After that, we have Pops, then Robin, then Uncle Deadly, of course, now a very significant character in the Muppet lineup after the 2015 Muppet Show, where he became Piggy's sort of personal assistant. After that, I'm very happy to see one of my personal favorite background Muppets return. It's Baskerville the Hound. Baskerville was a character created to star alongside Rolf in Purina Dog Chow commercials back in the 60s. He then made his way onto the Muppet Show, and I'm so happy to see that he's back here. He's another character that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. He hasn't shown up since the first episode of Muppets Tonight in 1997. So really happy to see him here ever since he got a Muppet right after George the Janitor and Gaffer, two characters who come back to the show. I knew they had to bring him back. After that, we got Pepe, easily the most significant Muppet character to debut after the Muppet Show. So of course he had to be here.
He is. I agree with Bastard. Fuck Bastard.
Sesame Street background character, Beautiful Day Monster. After that, we have Bobo, who's such a big puppet. It's very strange to see him here. It feels like he's almost been shrunken down to fit in this top row of arches. Another addition to the Muppet cast in the 90s who's become one of their sort of mainstays over the past few decades. Then we've got Beaker, Howard.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Baskerville, honestly.
Created for Muppets Tonight, who has made a shockingly high amount of return appearances and speaking return appearances in the last couple
I think
of
he
years.
performed by Bill
He
Barretta.
came back in like the ABC Muppet Show, and they just keep using him. Very interesting. But hey, again, another character right from after the Muppet Show who's been used a lot. It shows up in the reboot here. We got Crazy Harry, Marvin Suggs, Wayne, and Wanda. Happy to see them next to each other. New Zealand. All typical.
I'm gonna predict this because he mentioned Wayne and Wanda. I'm gonna predict that either in the special event, because they gotta do this in the special event, we're going to have a Wayne and Wanda sketch, and in true Muppet fashion, chaos ensues, and their skit gets like immediately cut in the show. Because again, if you ever watch, the old Wayne and Wanda skits, they always have like a musical number, and then something bad happens, and then the whole skit doesn't like go on. So that's my prediction, is that we are gonna kind of see that returning in the special event. If not, it just picks up as a full series, then we might get to see that as well. But hey, look, it makes sense. A lot of people may not like Wayne and Wanda. They're not particularly my favorite, but it'll go from Wayne and Wanda to Wayne, and what the heck just... yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Characters you would expect to see here. Then, on the second row, we have the male Kuzbanian. Very happy to see some Planet Kuzbane representation. After that, we have Bean Bunny. Bean Bunny has a lot of fans. I'm not a big fan of Bean, but I am...
Yeah. Flip Beam.
Very happy to see him back with Muppet Vision 3D gone. It's good to see that they're going to continue to use Bean in other locations. We first learned about Bean's return in a promotional video released for Christmas for the Disney Cruise Line last week, released the same day as that video that revealed that Rizzo had a new puppeteer. Rizzo and Bean both returning for this reboot, both with a new puppeteer, Bradley Freeman Jr.
Say it with y'all. Black Muppet power. Black Muppet power. Black Muppet power. Black Muppet... No, y'all really don't say that, okay? Do not put that in the chat. Do not put that in the chat. I swear that was don't do that.
Puppeteer who typically works on Sesame Street. He did some assistant puppetry in the Muppets.
Damn it,
So
Cheddar.
these are his first non-Sesame Street main Muppet characters.
Winning or losing the game.
Screw you, ads. Screw. Oh my God, did he slip on blood?
I'm so excited to see a new young puppeteer
Hey, Showbiz.
added to the lineup. And if you haven't heard, his Bean and Rizzo voices are both very, very solid. Bean is another character who was never on the original Muppet Show. He debuted in 1986, a few years after it ended. We then have Dr. Julius Strangeport.
That and also became like a, I guess, a main recurring character on the Jim Henson Hour too. So yeah, you know. And where is that at? Don't mind me asking.
From Pigs in Space, the Swedish Chef. We then have Sam Eagle, and next to Sam, I'm pretty sure this is just a generic male whatnot. This doesn't seem to be any specific character. Maybe it's a new character, but yeah, it's just a generic
Probably for the
whatnot. Next to
orchestra.
him, though, we have George the janitor, another big
Oh, my.
returning character. George was confirmed to return to this
New
show
Jersey?
when he was Muppet of the Week a couple months back. They showed
I think there's one in New
and
Jersey.
all that. George was
Oh, no, Philadelphia,
the
sorry.
show in its first season.
Or
He was
Cali.
phased out after season 1, and then Beauregard came in and became very prominent. Gonna be interesting to see both George and Beauregard around.
Don't you have to, like,
they were
puppeteer
both
classing for that?
Right? So I wonder if George will be the janitor at all, or if he's just gonna be a background character. Next to that, a character I'm very happy to see back. This
Oh,
is
Pennsylvania.
Frackle,
Nice.
really one of the main Frackles in the Muppets ensemble.
That was the one in the trailer. That's the blue freckle in the trailer. That got
Who
frozen.
last appeared in Muppets Most Wanted, hasn't appeared in any other production since then, and before Muppets Most Wanted hadn't been seen in decades. So I am happy that one of the main Frackles from the original Muppet Show is going to be back here in a revival. We then have Link Hogthrob. This is a super big nitpick, but I kind of wish Link were in his tuxedo for the intro. I know Strangeport doesn't really have other clothing. We're used to seeing him in the Pigs in Space uniform for the intro, but Link has other clothes that he often wears now, and I do kind of wish he was wearing those instead. After that, we have the Green Frackle, just like Blue Frackle. He's made a couple recent appearances, a couple more than Blue Frackle, but it's good to see him back as well. The blue and green ones are really sort of the main ones back on the
Freckles.
show. Next to Green Frackle, we've got Beauregard, then moving into the next arch, sort of the main one, with most of our main characters and a few others. We, of course, have Rizzo. So happy he's back. Rizzo debuted pretty late into the original run of The Muppet Show, but of course became a super famous character afterwards. We then have the Newsman, Dr. Teeth, Miss Piggy, the new
Nice.
hairdo. We've got Kermit sitting down as always, Fozzie, Scooter, Bunsen, and Phenomena. The final row starts off with the female Kuzbanian.
That's cool, dude.
Which is really cool to see. The female Kuzbanian, named the Kuzbanian Mama.
Maybe one day you'll get on Sesame Street.
The male Kuzbanian has not appeared since Muppets Take Manhattan. I really, really hope we get a new Planet Kuzbane sketch at some point here. Look, I need to see the Galileo hoop again. Thank you. We then have Mildred Huxtable, another classic Muppet Show character, and George's dance partner. She has appeared in several recent Muppet productions. I distinctly remember her being in the background of Muppets Most Wanted. She's been.
Dang, hold on a second.
Muppet production.
You mean to tell me that Mildred was in Jesus? I don't remember seeing her in there. Wow, that's look at that dog's eyes. Look at the dog's eyes. Look at the doggy eyes. So weird. It's okay. That's the point. But I don't remember seeing her in that scene. Wow, that's crazy. She gotta have a new puppet then. Huh. That's... Oh, man. Dude, I'm about to rewatch the whole movie now just to catch it. You know, that's what I love about Todd. He brings up the most Easter eggs and stuff, and it's like, wow.
I distinctly remember her being in the background of Muppets Most Wanted. She's been in a couple other places recently as well. We then have Zelda Rose. This is a background character who has appeared in many, many places over the years.
Something about Muppets Wanted.
Another character who last appeared in Muppets Tonight, specifically in my favorite episode of The Cameo Show, where she was Dr. Phil Van Neuter's mother. So, yeah, been over 20 years since we last saw her. We then, of course, have Janice, and then I'm pretty sure this is just a generic female one-up.
What? You know what, Showbiz T. Giles? I could say that you're on my list, but I'm gonna get you a pass because I got the Dangerous on vinyl actually. So I'm gonna get you a pass because I already got Dangerous and it's on vinyl. Now for Cheddar, you're different because you over here want to flex the Mister off the wall and everything. So guess what, Showbiz? Wait, I gotta be sure. You still got it off the wall, right, Showbiz? Before I make my final answer, actually. I just want to be sure. You still got it off the wall, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, okay. You know what, boys? Since y'all want to get a nice good album, and you want to flex on in my face, y'all still on the list. You'll get off the list after I give my album. No, no, no. I'm proud. I'm proud of you guys getting your own little albums and stuff. But you're just on my list anyway. For now. For now you're on my list. Until I get the album, then we are considered even. But look, do not get bad. If you get bad before me, I swear I'll be swinging. I'll be flying down wherever you guys are at, and I'll be coming there and I'll be shooting haymakers in every part of the city. No, you'll get off the list soon. Once I get off the wall, then we are considered even. I'd be like, okay, boys, you guys are officially off my list. I got off the wall, but I swear to God, if any one of you two get bad and I hear about it, you are coming. I will find you. I will hunt you down. I will have to run in rain, sleet, and even snow, and I will shoot haymakers all over the house and cause serious damage. And then after that, we'll go out for ice cream, and then we'll see. Yep, the writing better not be on the wall here. Yeah. Hey, fuck you. But yeah, let's continue on. Sorry, he talked about he had the Dangerous CD, and I love Dangerous. It's my favorite Michael Jackson. You know what? Screw you. Screw. You know what? Screw you, Showbiz. You're on my list. You know what? Because Dangerous is my favorite album, and you know what? You're on my list. Screw you. Dangerous, my favorite album. Get your ass back on the list. You're on the list again. Talking about my favorite Michael Jackson. Now, okay, back to the video.
One of the weirdly, like, realistic ones. We then have a chicken. I can only assume this is Camilla. And finally, one of the most interesting ones. I'm pretty sure this is Miss Mousy, which is absolutely crazy. This is a character created for the original Muppet Show pilot.
Don't worry, Xfinity, you're on my list too.
In one segment, it's very cool to see her back. We haven't seen her in anything since the Muppets: A Celebration 30 years. Before that, she didn't appear since the third season of the Muppet Show. This design seems to be a rebuild of the character. The eyelashes definitely look a little bit different. And the Muppet Wiki also mentions that this version of the puppet has a tail, which the previous one apparently didn't. What a great character to bring back. What a great roster of obscure Muppets to have back here. I could only hope that they're
Instigating.
and aren't just little cameos. And I could also only hope that we get some new characters as well. I really do hope that we get some new characters added to the roster, in addition to all these great returning ones.
How much time did you spend meal prepping and cooking last week?
Damn, my man really threw all that down. Ain't no way.
One of my favorite parts about the Muppets lineup is just how expansive it is, and I can't wait to see what other characters end up coming back. We then have a shot of Miss Piggy turning around in a silk robe and a little towel drying off her hair. Hey guys, tie-in editing here real quick to add a very brief news section to the video. As I mentioned in the intro, Disney officially uploaded the trailer while I was halfway through making this video. And when they did, I was really surprised to see that the thumbnail is a busted out of the dressing room wearing this outfit. The Swedish chef is on her left. At the bottom of the screen, we have a very frazzled Kermit. Scooter looking up at her with a clipboard, no doubt consulting Kermit. Very nice to see him, since I don't think he was anywhere else in this trailer. And also in the background, we got Uncle Deadly, Mildred Huxeter, and Marvin Suggs. I wonder if Uncle Deadly is going to have any dialogue here. Maybe he's consulting Kermit about whatever tantrum Piggy's about to throw. But yeah, I had to throw that in since that scene is new for the thumbnail. Also, now that we have the trailer in HD, I can officially say that seems the character Sabrina Carpenter is picking up and throwing is Blue Freckle. Great to see that he's going to get some usage in this special. And speaking of which, back to your regularly scheduled video, the next shot is the one I referred to earlier.
Yeah.
And JG, where she smashes a bottle over his head. We then have a shot of Beauregard I already mentioned, and a shot of Zoot and Lips, probably part of some sort of Electric Mayhem musical number. And then we end on a shot of Seth Rogen, who tells Fozzie, who's wearing a big balloon animal hat, "It's always been my dream to be here." To which Fozzie says, "You got any other dreams?" Which is a pretty solid joke to end the commercial on. Some classic sort of Muppet self-deprecating humor there. I'm surprised to see Seth Rogen make an appearance. He is an executive producer, and the show is being handled partially by his production company, so I guess I should have expected him to show up. I don't have any problems with Seth Rogen, although I will say I don't want it to be like an in-universe thing that Seth Rogen helped bring the Muppet Show back. You know, I don't think that needs to be established. I don't think we need a guest star other than Sabrina Carpenter, right? But Seth Rogen is a very big, very popular comedian and comedic actor, and just like Sabrina Carpenter's inclusion here, Seth Rogen being involved and showing up on screen here could be another thing to help pitch this show, right? You gotta remember, this is a pilot, this is a backdoor pilot for a full-fledged revival, and look, this looks solid. I have no complaints here. I like what we've got going on. I'd like to see some more of the segments, you know. I think what we're seeing is good. I can't wait to see it. It comes out February 4th, so not going to be
A month
very
from today.
long wait. And hopefully it is picked up for the, fall 2026, spring 2027 season. I am so happy, guys, that this is airing on ABC, that this is going to be an actual regular TV show and not...
So maybe it's saying airing both on the same day, so maybe it's gonna air on Disney Plus the first day. Like it'll air on Disney Plus first and then maybe ABC that night before, or maybe like it'll air on ABC that night, then on Disney Plus the next day. I don't know. I really don't know, because I know some shows they air like on television the first day, then on streaming networks the next day.
A streaming show. I know it's also going to be on Hulu and Disney Plus, probably next day, I'd assume, like a lot of their stuff is. But,
Yeah.
my biggest fear with the Muppet Show revival would be that it would be one of those sort of crappy Disney Plus shows that gets 6 episodes.
Probably.
Right? If this airs, it will be an actual, presumably primetime weekly series, which hopefully has a good, 20-episode season. And for a variety show, that's what you want to have. You want to have it airing on a traditional television network with an actual decent episode order every year. I think it's crazy to say this for a modern Muppet production, but I'm really confident in what we're seeing here. And I really hope that what we have is good. I think they're doing the right things here. Of course, the biggest controversy that's going to come out of this, as per usual, is Kermit's current voice. It is what it is. I'm not the biggest fan of Matt Vogel's Kermit. But I will say, at the very least, him hosting a Muppet Show is going to give him some more airtime than usual. Current Kermit is not on screen often these days. Having him appear weekly as the host of a new Muppet Show would give Matt Vogel Kermit a much more consistent set of appearances than the very sporadic appearances Kermit has had since Vogel took over the character almost a decade ago now. And I think him appearing more often could help me and others get a bit more used to the voice, even if we're not the biggest fan of it. But I think this all comes together to make something that's looking pretty good, pretty solid, and I hope it comes together and comes to fruition as a full series. I might be doing a review of the full thing when it drops next month. We'll just have to wait and see. But for now, let me know what you think about this trailer. What are you feeling? Are you hoping it looks good? Do you think
That was interesting. So, that was really interesting. So there's guys, the trailer breakdown, everything that you got probably missed from seeing. Amazing, isn't it? Just a month from today. So hey, so let's talk about another interest of mine actually, since we are talking about interests here. Um did you saw The Wiz? The reason I'm asking that, or have you seen The Wiz? Cheddar? About that. I didn't know who else, anyone. Or did anyone see The Wiz before? Mm. Okay, but not full Wiz movie. Alright, because I came across a video yesterday about, what was it for yesterday? About top 10 things you know about The Wiz. And I guess the double toasted, I guess it does kind of counts. Let me find the video. Number one, it had Michael Jackson in it. No. I mean, yeah, there was a part with Michael in it, but no. That'd be like, yeah, no. I'm gonna find the video. Hold on, let me find the video. Because I was watching it the other night, and I was like, let me sit down and really watch this video. But that'd be so cool, though. Number one, have Michael Jackson in it. You don't say. But yeah.
And gives it her best.
Morgan came by.
Hmm?
Ashley and Morgan came for the dinner.
Mm.
You knew?
Mm-mm. But here's an ad. But this is from Minty Comedic Art. This person, he just breaks down all like the top 10 things of what's in. And I mean, there's a lot of different weird facts and whatnot you can look up. But so yeah, here's like 10 fun facts about The Wiz, the 1978 classic The Wiz. So I think it's free on ads on YouTube Movies. I could be wrong, but I think it is free on ads for YouTube Movies as of right now. So, if you want to sit down and watch that hour film, then hey, be my guest. But a little disclaimer, the information featured in this presentation was gathered through the online research via articles, interviews, clips, and other informal sources. And your comment just got in the way. Sorry. Although this video may concern topics that kids find interesting, the video is not made for kids. Are you saying that I should watch The Wiz during my... It's really up to you. I mean, if you watch it... Okay, I'm going to say this before I play this video. A buddy of mine, he watched it, and I think he's seen it on Tubi, and he did not... He did not like it at all. I was on the phone with him, and he just randomly played it in the background, and he did not like the movie at all. I watched it as a kid. I just knew because Michael Jackson was in there. So that was literally it. And then I fell in love with the song Ease on Down the Road and You Can Win. And, that's why I fell in love with. Because Michael was in it. Is this the best adaptation? Not really, but, so... It is now. It is a cult classic now. I think I made a post about that months ago when it was re-released in theaters, and I think you made a comment about that. something about Quincy and Michael collaboration or something. I don't remember, but yeah, it didn't do well in the box office. It didn't do well in release, which actually there was a mention about the facts in here on that. But yes, it's now as a cult classic nowadays. It's one of like a timeless classic that uh, a lot of black people enjoy, love watching, and stuff. So yeah, you have more questions, man? I'm gonna just let the video play.
It's time to re-enter the world of Oz as you've never seen it before. An exciting new version where Oz looks like a surreal fever dream version of New York City, complete with excitement and spectacle. Released in 1978, The Wiz is a retelling of the classic.
That was it.
Wizard
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Oz,
yeah. That was
where
your comment
Dorothy
you
is
said.
now a young school teacher living with her
Think
aunt
so.
and uncle and dog Toto in 1970s New York. And after Dorothy and Toto get caught up in a snowstorm, they find themselves in the mysterious world of Oz, which is like an imaginative parallel universe version of New York, where in order to get home, Dorothy must travel to the Emerald City and seek help from the mystical and powerful Wiz. And along the way she meets the Scarecrow who wants a brain, the Tin Man who wants a heart, and the Lion who wants courage, where they join her to meet the Wiz to fulfill their wishes. So just to recap, Dorothy wants to go home, the Scarecrow wants a brain, Tin Man wants a heart, the Lion wants some courage, and Toto wants to hold the line because love isn't always on time. Along her travels, Dorothy must also destroy the Wicked Witch of the West, aka
He did.
Evelyn, in this underrated theatrical version of the classic story, which stars Diana Ross as Dorothy, Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow, and Richard Pryor as the Wiz. And not to mention, of course, it also features the Silver Shoes. Finally, an Oz adaptation that uses the Silver Shoes, Dorothy's magical footwear as they appeared in the book. Well, it's time to ease on down the road as we look into 10 things that you didn't know about the Wiz. So, don't carry nothing that might be a load as we check it out.
Build a website you love.
Oh my god, these freaking ads.
For your words,
I mean, we love ads.
Number 10, it started as a stage show musical.
Yes, definitely in quotes.
The World of the Wiz started 4 years before the movie's release in 1974 with the onstage musical The Wiz, although technically called The Wiz, the Super Soul Musical Wonderful Wizard of Oz. The show was the brainchild of producer Ken Harper, who wanted to do a modern retelling of the classic Frank Baum book and give it a contemporary setting, modern songs, and all African-American cast. Originally, Harper envisioned The Wiz to be a TV special for NBC TV, but his plans for an Oz TV extravaganza went nowhere, so he then set his sights on the stage. However, just as the show was born, it could have ended, as before The Wiz went to Broadway, The Wiz had a tryout showing to try and get an idea of people's
I think the
reaction.
musical, this
And
version of the
got
musical
mixed
is lost
reviews,
media.
and
I could be
Harper
wrong.
thought about closing the show,
Footage-wise.
but thankfully he didn't. A TV commercial for The Wiz was put together, featuring the song Ease On Down the Road, which was actually very popular at the time. And the commercial is considered to be what kicked off the stage show, which became very successful, and would go on to win 7 Tony Awards, as well as an album being released in 1975, with the show's musical songs sung by the original stage cast.
Here comes Cheddar. He's gonna go on find this little album somewhere on Apple Music and start listening to it. Maybe, I don't know. But my bad, Cheddar. Didn't mean to drag you. I know you love the old school music and then you like to share your interest to me on the screen. So you know I gotta point at you for this one, but I think it's on streaming platforms. I want to say I think it's on streaming platforms, but yeah, it started out the musical, but I think most of the footage of the musical is lost media. You know what? Ah, shit, I just gave you the idea. I think so, but I could be wrong. I don't know, man. I don't know, but hey, look, dog, I could be wrong, but if it is, look, you let me know. You let me know how the album is, and just like the Michael Jackson solo albums, I'd be like, all right, bro, I'm gonna listen to it on my free time, and then I'm gonna put it on game and start listening to it. You know, I still gotta listen to music in me.
So with the stage show of this new version of Oz being such a hit, it would seem that a movie version was inevitable. Number 9, Diana Ross had to fight for the role of Dorothy.
Oh yes, of course, because the reason behind this is so something.
Motown Productions bought the rights to The Wiz and joined forces with Universal Pictures to produce a theatrical movie version of The Wiz stage show. It was actually the 8th movie that Motown had produced, which included movies like Scott Joplin and Thank God It's Friday.
See, I didn't know Motown actually produced a lot of movies. When I came across this video, I just found out more about it. I know they did The Wiz, but Cheddar, you know more than me probably with Motown stuff. But I didn't know Motown made like a couple of movies and stuff in the past. I just knew about The Wiz, and I thought it was like the only one. But you know, I thought they only like the music artists and all the other stuff. So yeah, like I said, I didn't know Motown did a lot of did movie films also too. Like this being their 8th one. Like I said, I didn't even know that. That's the more you know, you know.
Motown's founder, Berry Gordy Jr., originally wanted Stephanie Mills to play Dorothy, as she had...
Oh yeah, Stephanie Mills, the one who dated Michael Jackson back in the day. Yes, there actually is footage of the balcony. I mean, the Broadway show. Yeah, there's some footage out there here and there. Like I said, I could be wrong. Could be wrong with the Lost Media thing. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah. So, Stephanie Mills, yeah. Yeah, she, a lot of people don't know, but she did date Michael Jackson at one point. Back in his, not to say off the wall days, but, you know, Jackson days.
Dorothy in the Wiz stage show, where she was embraced for her performance in the role, so it seemed like a given to go with the 20-year-old singer and performer.
Right.
However, when the Supremes megastar Diana Ross found out about The Wiz, she really wanted the role of Dorothy and asked Gordy if she could be cast in the iconic role, where he said no, feeling that Ross, being 33 at the time, was just too old to play Dorothy. Ross then turned to Universal Pictures and set up a deal with them to have future Fast and Furious producer Rob Cohen to produce The Wiz on the condition that Ross was to star as Dorothy, to which Gordy finally agreed to this, and Ross's dream had come true, as she was now the theatrical Dorothy of the 70s.
Which is kind of weird, to be honest. No offense to Diana Ross, in all honesty. Yeah, I think she was a little too old for Dorothy role. I really wish they went with younger Stephanie instead of, like, the musical. Yeah, I agree, too. I really think that could have been, like, a different, better role. But at the same time, I think we gotta get Diana her flowers. Because, you know, without that, we wouldn't have Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow, which I just like a part of it actually too. So I agree with you. I really do agree with you on this one because it does make sense because you know when I heard the little behind the scenes backstage story, yeah, it didn't sit well with me anyway too. Like, okay, why you go to Universal and tell them like, oh hey, let's do this little deal, let's get Berry Gordy on it. But at the same time, hey, it does make sense. And again, without her, we probably wouldn't get Michael as the Scarecrow as well. Yeah. You're gonna see in a little bit. Just watch the connection. Broadway show that's potentially lost footage-wise. There's a 2.5 show Broadway show. Yeah, that's it. I think that's the only one we have, and there's like another one too that I remember seeing a long time ago. And you probably seen it to the group chat. I ain't checked my phone yet.
Grammarly helps me.
I hate when I pause and then I unpause and then the ad like comes on. It's like YouTube just times me so well.
Number 8. The Wiz movie was written by Joel Schumacher.
Sound like a white guy.
Originally, Saturday Night Fever and Short Circuit director John Badham was going to direct The Wiz, but after Diana Ross was cast, he dropped out of the project. Badham claimed that he liked Ross and had no problems with her, but just felt that she wasn't the right age to be playing Dorothy, so it was a no from him. So director Sidney Lumet came on board as director. Lumet has directed many movies during his life, including 12 Angry Men, The Hill, and Child's Play.
Oh
No,
my.
not that Child's Play, this one.
Oh.
The script was provided by back credit card enthusiast Joel Schumacher, who would become best known for directing The Lost Boys, Batman Forever, and, well, Batman and Robin. The Wiz was actually the third movie that he had worked on, the previous two being Sparkle and Car Wash, both of which he wrote. When writing the script, Schumacher was inspired by author and lecturer Werner Erhard, who dealt into philosophical teachings of, quote,
Yeah, I know, right?
ability to experience living, so the situation one had been
Tell me
trying
about
to
it.
change or had been putting up with would clear up. just
And you
in
would
the
think there would be
process of
black
life
directors in
itself.
this one.
Now I don't quite know entirely what that means, but from what I've read, it meant that the script for The Wiz itself became quite philosophical, with underlying themes of Dorothy discovering who she is and becoming responsible for her life and believing in herself. And Diana Ross was totally on board with this, as she too was a believer in the teachings of Werner Erhard. Apparently some people weren't happy with Joel Schumacher's script, including The Wiz's producer, Rob Cohen. And yeah, knowing that tidbit of information, it does seem a bit preachy. But nothing could really be done as Diana Ross loved the script, and she was the driving powerhouse force behind the movie. Number 7, the struggle to get Jackson.
Here we go. This is what I was saying a few minutes ago, Cheddar. Without Diana Ross, we wouldn't have Michael Jackson as the Scarecrow. So, you're about to see how this movie almost didn't have Michael Jackson as the iconic Scarecrow.
When The Wiz went into production, 19-year-old Michael Jackson was a former Motown star, thanks to his family group, the Jackson 5. At the time of The Wiz, Jackson was just about to take his big leap as a solo artist. Both producer Rob Cohen and Berry Gordy felt that Jackson would be great as the Scarecrow. Director...
Then you also gotta remember too, him and Berry Gordy were still on like good terms. It was really like no beef or nothing at the time. So yeah, it makes sense, you know. He was from Motown, but they moved to Epic Records at that point. So, you know, Berry still had that love and respect for Michael. And Michael always looked up to Berry as like that father figure in the music industry. So hey, two people agree. I think we heard somebody disagree about the role, but you know, if it wasn't Michael, then who was supposed to be the Scarecrow?
Sidney Lumet wasn't as convinced, as he originally wanted actor and comedian Jimmy Walker in the role, who at that time was in a popular TV series called Good Times.
Now, Jimmy Walker is an interesting choice. Now, I don't know how you feel about Jimmy Walker, Cheddar, but yeah, Jimmy Walker is an interesting choice for the Scarecrow. But I guessing with his schedule being on Good Times, as he was the God, I forgot who he was on Good Times. But JJ, I think that his name was JJ on Good Time with the Dynamite. Yeah, that was an interesting choice. I'll be surprised if they actually, surprisingly see how that went through. But just imagine Jimmy Walker singing like "You Can't Win" or "Ease on Down the Road" as the Scarecrow, man. Yeah, he was. He was on Good Times. He was JJ. He was that one funny character that would always say like "Dynamite," and everybody would be started laughing like he's that Dynamite. Yeah, but he said it like in the highest pitched voice. So yeah, he was on Good Times.
Lumet met Jackson and would agree that he was great for the part. However, Jackson's scary dad, Joe, was against the idea, feeling that the movie would get in the way of Michael's efforts with the Jacksons group. However, producer Cohen moved Michael and his sister LaToya into a New York apartment, which gave Michael an escape from his controlling father, so he was no longer under his grip, and finally had a freedom in life that he actually never had before.
So yes, without this, Michael would have had that freedom and the disconnections and all that stuff during his family. So you ever wonder, like, what era or what period Michael started living on his own and, started taking that independent circle and distance away from his family? This is kind of where it all started.
And thus also had the freedom to work on The Wiz. During this time, Jackson started visiting the famous New York nightclub Studio 54, which, as a result, left interesting pictures of Jackson partying with celebrities like Elton John and Liza Minnelli, daughter of original Dorothy, Judy Garland.
Rest in peace.
Do you want free internet? Forever? You got it. We're offering free fiber-powered internet.
I didn't pause.
Number 6. Quincy Jones didn't particularly enjoy working on The Wiz. Famed musician, songwriter, and record producer Quincy Jones was hired to be the music and song supervisor for
So-so.
The Wiz. Jones was already considered a master of his craft at the time, having already produced music for many great musical acts, including Frank Sinatra. Jones also worked on new songs that were made for the movie that weren't in the musical, including You Can't Win, the solo song sung by Michael Jackson's Scarecrow character.
To be honest, You Can't Get Out of the Rain is so much better.
Jones apparently didn't want to work on the movie, but did it as a favour to the movie's director, Sidney Lumet. And he supposedly wasn't happy while making The Wiz. The only part of working on the movie that he enjoyed was working with Jackson, as he appreciated his talent and professionalism. In fact, it was while working on The Wiz that Jackson asked Jones if he would be interested in producing his solo album that he was working on, to which Jones would go on to produce Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. When it comes to the songs in The Wiz, I think everyone praises You Can't Win and Ease On Down the Road, but my favourite song is honestly the Lion song, I'm a Mean Old Lion.
True.
It sounds so fun and catchy, and performed with great heart and gusto by Ted Ross, who, in my opinion, does kind of steal the show. Maybe it's because he was in the original stage show and just knew the character inside and out. But even
Oh, I didn't know
though,
he was in the
just
stage
like
show.
the 1939 version, my favourite character is still that lovable lion. I love the guy. I would say that I didn't love the character, but I would be lion.
Wow. Wow. How do we feel about that little pun? Ouch. Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Despite his misgivings for The Wiz, Quincy Jones would actually get nominated for an Academy Award for his musical input in The Wiz. So it couldn't have been all bad. Number 5. A movie makeup legend worked on The Wiz. The Wiz, for its time, was a huge production. Universal Pictures were excited about the project and threw $24 million into the budget, making it the most
Jesus.
expensive musical for its time. So the production wanted nothing but the best. And considering that the movie required a lot of makeup effects, none other than makeup effects legend Stan Winston came on board to work on the makeup for The Wiz. Okay, The Wiz was actually one of his earliest films, but he would go on to get acclaim for his makeup effects in movies like the Terminator films, Aliens, Predator, Edward Scissorhands, and of course, Jurassic Park.
Hey.
The makeup effects in The Wiz are very creative and look unique, and in no way copy what was previously seen in other Oz adaptations. However, applying the makeup could be quite grueling and time-consuming. The Scarecrow makeup alone would take 4 hours to apply, and supposedly, rather than take off his makeup and go through the process of reapplying the makeup the next morning, Jackson would go home in his Scarecrow makeup and go to bed still wearing it, and return next morning ready for filming. I guess you can't blame him. Number 4. Over 600 dancers were required for one scene. One of the most extravagant scenes in the movie is where Dorothy and her Oz friends visit the Emerald City, which is displayed kind of like a huge 1970s disco, complete with dancers, while Richard Pryor's Wiz character calls out what the colour of the moment is going to be, with all the dancers following his lead, which I always thought was a commentary on fashion, and how we let the higher-ups tell us what is the in thing and what is in vogue, and how we just follow it blindly. But
Oh yeah, Quincy was in this scene too.
But either way, it's a standout moment in the movie. For this scene, a staggering 650 dancers were required,
Yes, he slept
as
in
well
it.
as 385 crew members. I can only imagine how hectic filming that scene would have been. And that's not mentioning all the costumes that were required, which was an insane 1,200 costumes, in which several New York-based fashion designers were used to help make the costumes. The movie's shoot was just short of 3 months in late 1977 and was filmed around New York in locations including Queens, Coney Island, the World Trade Center, and some of the scenes of Munchkinland was filmed at a New York State Pavilion attraction from a 1964 World Fair, which apparently was in a state of decay at the time. Additional studio scenes took place at the Kaufman Astoria Studios in New York. Number 3, Diana Ross injury.
Oh no!
A lot of people criticise Diana Ross's performance as Dorothy, as they say she's too drab, too miserable, too neurotic, and never smiles or seems happy. Some have even claimed that for a star who is well known for looking so glamorous, they made her look really unglamorous in The Wiz. Now, I can understand some of the criticisms about Dorothy being miserable and not as fun. But I guess that's what they were going for. A Dorothy who wasn't a little girl, but a young lady, who hadn't found her happiness or confidence in life, who by the end of the movie learns to believe in herself, aka Joel Schumacher's philosophical take on the script. I guess it's just a different story arc to the one that everyone is used to. But I do think that Ross does a commendable effort with her material, and gives it her best in the role. However, filming wasn't exactly a breeze for her though, as apparently a special effects gone wrong, which involved a flashy bright light, saw the star rush to hospital, and she supposedly nearly went blind. Wow. Well, that's according to her unauthorised biography, Call Her Miss Ross, so who knows. Thankfully she was okay with no lasting damage, and made a full recovery.
Who's coming in the driveway?
I'm gonna let this one play.
My daughter is.
I'm not about to skip this one.
I hope that she lives a long, great, happy life, and that she will never forget how Mom and Daddy love her. St. Jude, I mean, this is what's keeping my baby girl alive.
You can join the battle to save lives by supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. For just $19 a month, you
$19? What the?
life-saving research and treatment these kids need now and in the future.
They took care of our baby. I have so much gratitude for St. Jude.
When your kid is hurting,
Oh, forget you guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, I was with them, and they're like $19, and then next thing you know, you talk about how much I care. I do care, but $19, let's forget about it. Some things never change. Yes, and there's someone in the world who gets this ad. Yep.
Is something that is sad. As of 2021, Diana Ross is the only main cast member still alive. Wow, that's just depressing. Number 2, live TV version. Something I've noticed that some people say in regards to The Wiz is the movie version isn't very good and the stage show is much better.
Yeah.
Well, in 2015, more widespread people got a chance to see a
Oh yeah, I seen this one on NBC. This one was really good. I think I came across it the other night one time on my old not my old Fire Stick, on my Fire Stick. This one's really, really good. It's hard to find on YouTube wise, but yeah, you just gotta like find it somewhere, like those legal pirate websites. This one got Neo, Elijah Kelly, Common. It's really, really great, really great.
Broadway stage accurate version of The Wiz, with a live televised version of the musical. The event was called The Wiz Live.
Yeah.
It was broadcast on NBC. The irony is, as mentioned, The Wiz was originally envisioned as a TV special. The live show actually takes inspiration from both the stage show and the movie, hence using songs like You Can't Win, which was written specifically for the movie. The live show actually got rave reviews from critics, who felt that it had exceptional singing, dancing, and presentation. The special was viewed by over 11 million viewers and won a Primetime Emmy Award. Who knows? Maybe The Wiz isn't done yet, and we'll get
When did this video came out? Hold on a second, because I know there's a new Broadway production of The Wiz that I seen 4 years ago. Okay, yeah, so 4 years later, there's a new production of The Wiz as of this year, actually. But the 2015 one is actually really good.
new movie version.
What?
One more faithful to the stage show. Number 1, commercial failure.
Oh, okay, thanks. Ha! Remember we said it was a failure? There we go.
The Wiz was released in October 1978 and only made $21 million, not recouping its $24 million budget. And to make matters worse, it was torn apart by critics. Diana Ross in particular was criticised, as many felt that she was just too old for the role of Dorothy,
Tell 'em.
despite the fact that this was meant to be an older Dorothy who was a school teacher. Some critics also felt that her performance was cold and unengaging. Many claimed that it was The Wiz that sadly put a stop to Ross's movie career. Joel Schumacher's script was also criticised, along with some of the visuals, with it being described as being too silly for adults and yet too scary for children. Even one of the cast members of the 1939 movie chimed in with their thoughts, as Ray Bolger, who played the Scarecrow in the classic MGM movie, said that The Wiz is overblown and will never reach the universal appeal of the 1939 version.
Wow.
Basically, many felt that although The Wiz worked on stage, it just didn't work on the big screen. And I think that's a shame, as both Universal Pictures and director Sidney Lumet had such high hopes for The Wiz and thought it was going to be a huge success. Lumet in particular was sure he created a unique experience that'll treat audiences to something that they had never seen before. So what went wrong? Well, to be honest, all Oz-related movies seem to do poorly when they get released theatrically, only to get a huge fan base with the passing of time. Yes, it even happened to the 1939 movie, which, when it was released, was a box
We're gonna talk about that, okay?
disaster. Same with Return to Oz, which was both a financial and critical flop, only to now be a fan favourite, fully appreciated.
Is this on? I want to say I think this is on Disney Plus. I'm not sure, but if anyone knows, let me know. Is this on Disney Plus or what? But yeah, man, we do not talk about the sequence or focus on Diana and Michael Bax during Ease on Down the Road. That was just, yeah, that was something. It's on Disney Plus. Thanks.
Time. And even Oz the Great and Powerful, which although made some profit, was still trashed when it came out. I wouldn't be surprised if that movie gets more fan appreciation with the passing of time. I think that when an Oz movie comes out,
Oh, come on, Disney Plus. Really?
everyone has their ideas of what an Oz movie should be, particularly because everyone has memories of the 1939 movie lingering in their heads, whether consciously or subconsciously, and thus it usually leads to disappointments, especially when new and different approaches are taken that subvert expectations. I think that The Wiz is no exception. It has become more popular and appreciated with the passing of time. I personally love the creativity of the movie and its unique look and feel, and appreciate that it tried something different, by giving us an Oz that doesn't look like a magic faraway fairy tale land, but a scary, bleak, parallel version of our own world, with lashings of glamour and glitz. So you got to give it credit for its originality, and I find all the performances to be really enjoyable and to have a lot of heart. Now granted, it's not a perfect movie, and does have some issues, and having some changes made would have made it a better movie, particularly with the script, and if Diana Ross's performance was more upbeat and less nervous, as well as improving the cinematography, and if maybe the movie was shortened and given more of a speedier pace. But despite its flaws, The
That's
Wiz
true.
is an Oz adventure that I would always go back to and revisit, and get a lot of appreciation out of it. It's another entry in the Oz mythology, which has had different versions and retellings made on film ever since 1910. It may
Damn.
be a different yellow brick road, but I'm glad that that road is there for audiences to ease on down and partake in a truly unique Oz adventure. So that about wraps everything up that I have to say about The Wiz. I like its visuals and for the most part its musical numbers. And I don't care what anyone else says, that lion totally steals the show. Anyway, Anyway, I'm Minty, and I would end with an Ease on Down the Road reference, but I've now referenced that song several times, so I'll just say see ya. See ya.
Well, that was interesting. Now, wasn't it? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I know the holiday season already has passed. Let me see. Did he put a video? Yep. That's the only thing you can, the only highlight from it. Let me see. Did he make a video on this? Yes, he did. Now, since we are talking again here, and since the holiday season passed, that is a very long video, sir. You think we got time to watch that another night? All I scream is, copyrights. Hey, Charles, your dad was gonna fucking die again with all these damn fucking ads. You damn right. No, you little goobers. We're gonna watch here some 10 things you didn't know about Muppet Christmas Carol. Even though that, Hey, who's running the show here tonight? John Denver and Johnny Carson? Maybe we do it on the StreamYard, then yes, obviously. But, alright, you little boys and girls and goobers, everybody sit the fudge down. I don't give a fudge if it's Christmas anymore. We're gonna watch these 10 lovely fun facts, whether you like it or not. So you better sit down, and I'm not gonna get you that little cookie of yours. Shut up, Deshaun. That's why you never getting me. That's why you never getting a cookie. No, y'all. It is the holidays.
Wix.
I swear to
Gives you the
Jesus, if I
freedom
see
to-
no more ads here. You guys don't understand. It's a lot. Oh, Jesus Christ.
In 1992, another Christmas Carol movie hit the big screen. Yeah, a new theatrical movie involving Charles Dickens' tale about Christmas's biggest humbug, Ebenezer Scrooge, learning the true meaning of Christmas via ghosts of the past, present, and future.
That's
But
what's
what
up.
separates this version of A Christmas Carol from the rest is that this one has
Besides, Deshaun, there's actually a scene in here that you actually knew about that you can tell us all about. Yeah, see Bean. Okay, good. Anyway, he's good now.
Muppets. Yeah, lots and lots of Muppets, with the likes of Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, and the rest of the gang. This heartwarming Christmas classic is a fan favourite for those who grew up watching it, as well as new viewers. But what makes
Being abused.
A Christmas Carol extra special is Michael frickin' Caine. I swear this guy was born to play Ebenezer Scrooge. And I don't say this lightly, but he is without a doubt my favourite on-screen version of Scrooge, and having him on board just completes the movie. So this is actually the first Muppet-related episode that I've ever made. I seriously can't believe that I haven't made a Muppet-related episode yet. That's a crime against humanity. That's a crime against Muppanity. You know, as in humanity.
Okay, that's enough now. You know what, boys and girls? Let's watch something really fun. 1 second, actually. You know something we didn't bring back in a very, very long time?
And the other thing, though, is that you can't make it part of the story because
We gotta bring this. Before we do that, we gotta bring this back. You guys know about this last year, so we gotta bring this back again.
it's the wizard. You know the wizard is a phony.
Yeah, right. He's doing projection.
Yeah. So
I guess, yeah.
you could probably blame the bad effects on him.
On the wizard.
On the wizard. And the,
Yeah.
and the thing is, they keep changing. So you want to see what bad CG effect is gonna come up next, right?
Yeah.
That's become
Oh, he's manifesting to something else.
There's
I've seen this
some
all
shitty
the time.
variety here. And look, actually, some of them are kind of funny. There's something about a Muppet screaming hard that's hilarious. And then when he zoom in on Kirk, let's go. And for a moment, I said, shit, they killed him because after they do this, he not shaking.
The fire goes to the camera, yeah.
Well, after they do that.
Sorry,
They
Steve.
never come back to him. Oh, shit, they killed him. I was like, wow, this is a good departure. All right.
That's just anybody, but Kermit, yeah. See, just so you know, we ain't bullshitting now.
Yeah. So I love when Muppets scream in terror because those hands be shaking.
Also, he didn't even sound like Kermit when he screamed, so you know he was scared. Like,
Imagine being able to build an just by thinking about it. 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Okay.
Shit, that's the best actor in the movie. For a brief moment, I thought Kermit was a real living being that was terrifying.
God.
Who's doing the voice now? Brian? Brian's
No, I forgot who it was. Actually, I interviewed the guy that does. One time for real. It looked like his glasses melted. Yeah, it did. Listen, I've been making these but then the effects get.
Sorry. Look, we have to run that back. It's been a little minute since we seen that and heard about it. That's my first time watching back the video too, and you know that scene there is absolutely my favorite. So you know, I just love that whole scene where Kermit is screaming in terror and stuff. And Snow White, go away, Nancy Snow White live action version. We don't talk about you, yeah. Okay. Anyway. Look, we're gonna bring like a lot of old stuff from last year into this year that we haven't been doing on the stream for a very long time. But by popular request, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll probably just watch this all the way through before we end off the night. Yeah, this is gonna probably go to this gonna kill off the laptop as well. Let's watch the nostalgia critic of The Wiz. And remind me too, like whenever we do that, we gotta watch some of the nostalgia critics' takes on the Muppet movies as well, man. So just letting you know.
This is how I use Grammarly.
Look, ads, go away, ads. We ain't got time for this.
Well, that was fun, but I gotta say it's nice to get some rest and relaxation. Ah, a master intruder! What? Take whatever you want, just please don't rape me. What? Okay. That's the way it has to be. If you have to do what you have to do, I understand. It is the way I...
Critic, it's me, Todd. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the thing. What are you doing here?
Remember? We're here to shoot a crossover. I scheduled it with your secretary like a week ago.
Dear Nostalgia Critic, do not forget about your appointment with Batman.
Oh,
It's just, my schedule's been so crazy. I barely had time for crossovers.
Hey, don't forget, man, we're doing Pink Floyd's The Wall, 5 minutes.
the security in this hotel.
I love the
You know,
skits.
you're reviewing music, and, you know, music's just not really my thing. Well, I review movies too if they're terrible and they star a famous pop singer. And I have just the movie for us.
I may or may not take inspiration from the Nostalgia Critic for doing skits before doing the actual video. So, hey, maybe the first Constantine's topic, you might see a skip return. Who knows?
Michael Jackson's magnum opus, Moonwalker. Did it. Cool as ice. Did it. Glitter. You did it. Seriously? Man, I gotta start watching my own stuff. Door's over there, Hamburger. No, wait. Wiz. You're a sick fuck with issues. No, the movie. The Wiz.
He's a what?
You're a sick fuck with issues. No, the movie. No, wait. Wiz. You're a sick fuck with issues. No, the movie. The Wiz.
Come on, copyright the road.
In 1973, Broadway rolled out the smash hit musical The Wiz, a new musical version of The Wizard of Oz.
What the hell?
And the twist in this case was that the
What the
soundtrack
hell?
was here in the cast.
What the hell is this? What is this? Okay, look, I know I said in modern day that we have a live adaptation of The Wiz, but what is this? What? Who are this? Who is this team? Okay, hold on, pause. Sorry. When was this uploaded? 9 years ago? Okay, November 14th, no, November 4th, 2016? I can't even talk. But, okay. Oh, this was originally aired on May 31st, 2012. Interesting. Okay, that is a weird version of The Wiz. Now, you know what? One night we're gonna do a deep dive of so many versions of The Wiz, but what is this? Ain't The Wiz. This is whip off Broadway Temu something even before Temu was a thing. Look, StreamYard, one night we're doing a deep dive on The Wiz. Okay, be there, be square.
All black. It was a smash hit. Black audiences loved it, white audiences loved it, everyone loved it. 5 years later, Motown Records got a hold of the film rights and cast the two biggest singers on its roster, the legendary Diana Ross and the quickly becoming legendary Michael Jackson. Now,
What do you mean coming legendary? What do you mean by that?
that they loaded up with all the greatest black performers they could find. Lena Horne, Richard Pryor, that guy from the Match Game. And that goes to the talent behind the camera, too. After all, who better to bring Black America to the whimsical fantasy-scape of Oz than the director of angry social drama, Sidney Lumet, and a screenplay from the guy who brought us the bad credit card. Oh, God, Schumacher, seriously? Was he put bad nipples on the Tin Man? Come on, it's a great play. It's a great iconic story. We screw that up.
Upcoming legendary, he said.
Everything he touches turns to dick.
And mind you, this is literally years after Michael Jackson passed away too, so that's crazy.
Not a reference to his homosexuality. I think he's just a terrible storyteller. Well, come on, let's watch the movie. We're off to annoy the critic, nostalgia critic. Let's watch the movie. So we open in Harlem? Wow, Toto, we really aren't in Kansas anymore. Okay, apparently we see Dorothy's family having dinner party and singing a song, but Dorothy instead sings a song about how she's scared and she doesn't know why.
What am I afraid of?
Oh right, we're seconds into the movie and we're hearing Diana Ross singing. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. Yeah, okay, that's enough. I might just play this whole thing through, I guess.
Don't know what I'm made of.
Okay, wait, her first song is about being scared? This isn't exactly somewhere over
If you're in the hood city, dude, we're right, no.
Something tells me that it's more than I can deal with.
In fact, it's exactly the opposite. That's like if they remade Beauty and the Beast and instead of Be Our Guest, they sung Get the Fuck Out. Also, she's a kindergarten teacher, but Annie M thinks she should teach high school to make more money.
Now you take that new job and find a place for you and Toto. It's time for you to make a home of your own.
Yeah, substitute teacher.
Remember, there's no place like home. Unless you're 24 and you have a job, in which case, move out, you fucking freeloader.
Bruh.
Whatever your fears are, well, they'll be defeated just by facing them, Toto.
Okay, I'm confused because I've seen The Wiz. My high school did a production of The Wiz. This is
So yeah, maybe it was a high school production thing that Deshaun said earlier when we look at that little weird photo in the beginning of the video. Okay, anyway, who cares?
not The Wiz. I don't know what the hell this is. It's been a while, but
Oh my goodness, it gets even more worse. Y'all, this can't be a real. This looks like a high school production, bro. Looks like a high school production type film. You cannot sit here and tell me this is a real thing. God, I've seen this video in a very long time, but the more I look at these pictures, the more it gets more worse and worse and worse than it gets. God, somebody, please, just... so many questions I can say here, but... yeah, forget it.
but I'm pretty sure Dorothy was still a little girl, and she definitely lived on a farm in Kansas.
Those costumes are... You know what? And I want to already find where these photos from. But they're not bad. They're not bad. They're just... yeah, okay, and got a lot really good, man. Yes, it's paper, bro. It's paper. I feel like it's one of those high school projects or something like that, you know? Something they did for the kiddies and all that. You know what? Forget it.
Kansas, not New York. Why change that? Like, what the hell's the difference? Like, to make it appeal to black people? You know, there are black farmers, Schumacher, right?
Okay. Not throwing out the races here, but hey. Throwing out the races here.
Well, here's something that didn't change. Toto is still the world's most suicidal dog.
Wow.
Forcing Dorothy to chase after him.
Wow.
So, of course, then she gets swept away by a tornado in New York during the crazy.
Guys, that's not a tornado. That's a blister. That's a twister. That's a snow... no, not a snowstorm. But yeah, guys, there's tornadoes in New York. How is that even possible? I don't know. But that's a blister, I guess. Whatever you guys want to call it, that's totally up to you. But hey, guess what? This movie got a tornado in the film, which is, you know what? Yeah, they don't explain it exactly. It's a blister, but they don't explain it in the movie. But let's pretend, ladies and gentlemen, that it's a blister, not a tornado.
Snowstorm.
Okay, YouTube. I get it. You don't like me pausing, but I gotta pause every time.
You know, blizzard tornadoes. Happens all the time in New York.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Oh, the earthquake volcanoes.
Wow. The script writing here is really good.
Well, you know the drill. She's being swept away to the wonderful world of Oz. Wait a minute. This is Oz? Munchkin Land is a lousy concrete playground? Yeah, Oz looks kind of crappy. We can go back and look at the original. She lands in Oz, the world turns colorful, and there's this amazing new place. But this place looks like Gotham City in Schumacher's Batman movies. Hey, maybe that's where he got the artistic direction for those buildings. What do we agree on? No complimenting Joel Schumacher while you're still alive. And here we have this movie's version of the Munchkins, apparently played by the cast of What's Happening. They were turned into graffiti, but were saved when Dorothy recklessly manslaughtered the evil witch that cursed them. So, if you know the original, the plot of this one shouldn't be a surprise. They tell her that she needs to go find the Yellow Brick Road and find the Wiz. Not the wizard, just the Wiz.
So I figured the odds are only the Wiz could decipher how to get you back to which is that place was.
The Wiz? What's a Wiz?
That's a good line right there. I think that's the only good line that Diana Ross actually said. The rest are just... yeah.
Well, I don't want to get too dirty, but there's a reason the Yellow Brick Road is yellow.
Oh my
They sing
god.
a song about how great the Wiz is, but, okay, is it just me, or does it sound like this song belongs in Sesame Street?
You know what? He is so right. And you listen to this song clearly enough, you can tell this is the early years of Sesame Street speaking to you.
Only one who can give your wish right to the end. He'll send you back through time by running magic through ya.
Because the Wiz is a person in your neighborhood.
Hey!
In your neighborhood.
That's right.
In your neighborhood.
Yeah! Hey, they cut it off. Look, and y'all talking about Chuck E. Cheese songs are kind of bad. Y'all saying Chuck E. Cheese songs are bad. Guys, this is way worse.
there's an urban legend that if you look closely in the background, you can actually see Motown's film division committing suicide.
Jesus.
Follow the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road? Yeah! The yellow brick road!
Okay, so
One
you
good
know
shot.
what to do, and now it's time to get the story rolling.
I'm acting just like...
God damn it, Diana. We just got the movie plot. We only hear about 3 songs and now we got a 4th song already. Come on. Looks like we ain't going nowhere yet, gang.
Oh, baby.
Or stay in the exact same spot and sing some more.
I'm not sure that I'm aware if I'm up.
I would say Modern Rockstars were
Not
early
in a hurry
90s,
to get
okay?
home, huh? Just going to see the Wiz when you're up and ready for it.
Again, not a slam against his homosexuality.
So amazed at the things that I see. Don't wanna be afraid. I just don't wanna be.
Okay, I am really not feeling Diana Ross as Dorothy here. How did they take one of the most...
Yeah, I agree. She's a good singer, but I wasn't feeling the Dorothy either. I don't know how you guys are feeling about the Dorothy. I'm not feeling the Dorothy. Pause. But yeah, she's a great singer, though. Don't get her wrong.
glamorous and beautiful women of the 70s and make her look that busted? I guess it doesn't help that she's constantly whimpering and simpering like that. I mean, look at her. It'd be one thing if she were a little girl like she was supposed to be, but she's not. She's clearly a woman in her mid-30s. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. God damn, you're a grown-ass human being. Man the fuck up. Or, woman the fuck up. Grow some balls.
Yeah. You know what? Okay.
Or, parade your vagina. Put some hair on your chest. Or, shave your tits.
Okay. Wow, that's some nice ways of saying... That's a nice way of saying it, boys. That's a good way of putting it, I guess. So, their words, not mine.
Also, she can't catch a cab. Social commentary, everyone.
These meals change
Oh
everything.
man.
I'll admit it. I was skeptical about ready-to-eat meals, but then I tried Factor, and after...
Getting to the good part, like literally the best part of the movie.
Behold, the magical dreamlike fantasy world of Oz!
My bad.
I'm not sure how respectful it is to black audiences to make their version of Oz look like complete shit. It's almost as if Schumacher doesn't do adaptations well. So Dorothy comes across a gang of crows. They were apparently taking a break from heckling Dumbo so that they can bother the Scarecrow, played by Michael Jackson, who at this point was still black enough to be in this movie.
Wow. I mean, wow. Like I said, this is uploaded years after he died, and this is the joke that we go in. Like, we got a few seconds in of Michael Jackson, and then we have to insult him because of his color? Not cool, man. Not cool. I wonder if hardcore MJ fans are going to be in the comments for that. Look, I get it. This is nostalgia critic. This is all jokes and everything, but you cannot come out here and respect, talk about a dead man's skin color like that. It's crazy.
Gang of crows. They were apparently taking a break from heckling Dumbo so that they can bother the Scarecrow, played by Michael Jackson, who at this point was still black enough to be in this movie.
That's kind of fucked up.
Just to take a walk in my garden, wouldn't that be terrific, fellas?
Walk? You can't walk. Why you just a straw paper dummy?
His deal is that the crows have destroyed his self-esteem.
Even if you're not an MJ fan, you can still feel that disrespect or a slap in the face. I understand.
Cicero, when he...
Oh, Jesus Christ. The disrespect levels number 2.
Straw paper dummy.
His deal is that the crows have destroyed his self-esteem by constantly telling him he's dumb. And also that someday he'll look like this.
Yeah, why would he add that in the script? Why would he add that in the film? Again, I really don't know, but I guarantee you there was a lot of hardcore NJ fans that watched this and were so ready to go into straight attack mode over it. It's kind of fucked up. Really kind of fucked up. But hey, look, you know what? You guys wanted it, so guess what? You guys wanted it, so I'm just getting what you guys want. So, You'll be surprised, actually. Not just the face. I mean, not just the nose, the chin, and all the other stuff. You know, the great surgeries was and everything. We all talk about Michael Jackson surgery. Okay, doesn't matter. You know what? I like Black Michael over White Michael. Pause. Anyway, just listen to Black or White. Let's continue.
Cicero, what he says, more men are noble by study than by nature.
In this movie, the Scarecrow is also
There you go.
constantly pulling out quotes from his body. I don't want to see Michael Jackson pull out anything from his body.
Hey, yo.
You gotta look ready.
Finally, the best part of the movie.
And syncopate.
Oh, hell yeah. Man, I can't wait to see what dance moves Michael pulls out in this one. He's gonna do like the moonwalk or the thriller dance.
Whoa. You mean to tell me that after insulting Michael, we're over here getting to the best part of the movie, one of the highlights, and agree. Y'all talking about the moonwalk, the thriller dance. That's crazy. I mean, they're ahead of their time. I wish he did. I wonder what he's gonna do.
People keep saying things are gonna change, but they look just like they're staying the same.
Or he could bounce around on that pole.
Hey, yo.
Well, it's a great idea. Take one of the most exciting dancers of our generation and tie him to a pole.
But do you say soon to be legendary? Or like upcoming legendary? You know what? Forget it.
Here's my question. If this Oz is supposed to be like a schizo version of New York, why is there a cornfield?
You know, the 59th Street cornfield, right next to the bridge.
Oh, right.
Dorothy chases off the crows and promises them that the Wiz can get him a brain, so they go off to find him. Okay, why exactly?
Okay, so the difference between that one is that he only did it at a music awards, where some people don't consider that, like, they don't count that live. Do not ask you why about that. Okay, I don't know why people don't remember that time as a quote unquote live performance, because he said he got injured and he did it on his, like, in the chair. I know the footage you're talking about too, but yeah, some like fans don't consider that a live performance because it was from the music awards, and they don't consider it because he didn't perform it on the Dangerous or like History tour. I don't know, man. MJ fans are like so weird. Yeah, it's actually a running gag actually in the movie. Oh, honey, you gotta wait for you. What the fuck, Deshaun?
Can't they catch a cab? Because they're black?
Yeah, because they're black. I like this guy. He's funny.
But everyone's black in this unit. Whatever.
Oh no. Oh no. Here it comes.
And that will lead us to the play's best known, best loved, just all around best song, Ease On Down the Road. God, I can't wait to see how they do this number.
Ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing that might be alone. Come on, ease on down the road.
Well, you know, the scene in the original movie of Dorothy and her friends skipping down the yellow brick road is just so iconic and amazing, but I got this great idea about how to improve it. Why don't we film this scene 300 feet away and point the camera at their fucking backs? I don't need to see their faces, just their backs. That's right, no camera motion. Just hold it completely still.
In fact, what are we doing so close to this camera? Why don't we just move to that far corner? Now, this is how you do a review.
This is so stupid.
You know what, actually? Let's see if we can get it even further away.
What if you can create your own
That was so
website by saying,
stupid. I
"This
don't
is
know what
I
was
want."
wrong with them.
Wix, you can.
Further.
They then run across the Tin Man, who in this world is a piece of Coney Island animatronics. He's sad because he's being sat on by his giant fat metal wife. And also, he has no heart, which he expresses in song.
What would I do
Play the director.
if I could suddenly feel
Oh
and
god.
to know
I've seen this on
once
TikTok a lot.
again that what I feel is real?
Maybe instead of a heart, you should ask the Wiz for a singing voice.
What would I
Oh my god, no, look at Michael's face. I seen this on TikTok. Cause I like how he says singing voice. Like she's feeling it, and everything. Maybe Diana just don't like his singing voice either, but man, you know she's feeling it because she's acting. But look at Mike. Wait, crap.
What I feel is real.
Maybe instead of a heart, you should ask the Wiz for a singing voice.
This man, Michael. I can't tell if Michael's acting or if Michael being serious in this shot, but you could tell the look on Michael's face. Michael is he's just screaming disappointment. This man, Michael, knows that the Tin Man, I forgot the guy's name is playing the Tin Man, cannot sing. Just look at his face. Look at it. Like, you guys remember, like, when he was recording We Are the World back in, like, 1985? And with all the other singers and stuff, and he did, like, a horrible job on the mic? Like, you know his patience was already going down low. So, yeah. Love it. I love his reaction.
What would I do if I could reach inside of me
Hey, yo.
and to know how it feels to say, I like what I see?
Wait, what the hell?
Town, the legendary R&B record label, who had access to some of the greatest black musical talent that's ever existed, cast this role with Nipsey Russell. The fuck?
What's the fastest metal mouth on the Midway?
Yeah, Nipsey Russell, thank you.
Frozen. Today, a seat cushion for teeny, 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 teeny. No, we're not doing that. No. Slide some oil to me.
Oh my god.
He gets another song? Yeah, Michael Jackson, the king of pop, gets one solo performance, but Nipsey Russell gets 2 in a row.
That's crazy, dog. That's crazy. Nipsey gets 2, Michael Jackson gets 1. That's shadiness.
This is intolerable.
So then they travel to out front of the Oz New York Library, where...
Say what you wanna. I'm here to stay.
Another song already? Well, then again, I guess it has been under a minute.
Or I just might knock you down. La la no lie.
So, is the Cowardly Lion supposed to be like a pimp? He's got the pimp boots and the fur
Crazy,
coat.
huh?
I really don't think that's where they're going with that, Todd. Now shut up before you get us in trouble. Okay, even quivering lower lid Dorothy figures out that the lion's a wuss, so they add the lion to the group, and they ease on down the road, all the way down into the subway. But unfortunately, a creepy peddler decides to attack them. Oh my god, this is as scary as an actual New York subway. Mother. You know, I can't tell if this scene is really creative or especially lazy. I mean, it's kind of neat that parts of the subway come to life, but then again, it's just parts of the subway coming to life. You just put teeth on garbage cans.
I think it's
What's
best not to get that question answered, man.
Okay, so they escape the pointless obstacle, but unfortunately that leads them to the bad part of Oz. Well, worst part of Oz, that is. Oh, I'll get you one pretty. There's no place like hoes, hookers and hotties and babes. Oh my!
What?
I'll get you one pretty. There's no place like hoes, hookers and hotties and babes.
Oh my. You can't take these guys serious.
Part of Oz. Well, worst part of Oz, that is. Oh, I'll get you one pretty. There's no place like hoes, hookers and hotties and babes.
Oh my.
summer bad girls here are supposed to be the poppy fields because they make Dorothy and the lion fall asleep, but then the other two rush in to save them.
Please don't be dead. Oh, please don't be dead. Oh, all is lost.
And now, a reprise of the Wiz's show-stopping signature musical number, Teeny, 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 Teeny.
Don't sound any better when you do it.
Teeny, Teeny,
Okay, there even sounds a little annoying.
Teeny, Teeny, Teeny.
Oh wow, that was a good cut.
Appeared off the face of the earth.
That was a good cutaway.
I'm gonna go find them.
That part.
The lion feels so bad that he totally botched that one. So Dorothy makes him feel better with, yeah, Big Shot can never gonna believe it, another song!
Oh my god.
I'm tired, I'm tired.
Look, I don't care. Michael Jackson stole this part right here. My man Michael Jackson hit that one note, and we all know for a fact that he killed it. I don't care what anyone says. Who is she looking at? Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Hey, wasn't there supposed to be a wicked witch somewhere?
Apparently not, because after that, it's smooth sailing for Dorothy and the crew. Make it to the Emerald City, and they get to meet the Wiz.
Oh no, another number, guys.
Now, I know The Wizard of Oz is a timeless classic, but you know what will make it even more timeless and more classic?
Shitty disco music.
Okay, this song was not in the play. Oh, a bunch of these songs were not in the play. There's a lot more songs that are missing from the play. Matter of fact, the movie only barely resembles the play. Why do they want to make a film out of the play at all if they didn't like or even understand the play?
I thought it over and green is dead. Till I changed my mind. The color's red.
I don't even know what this dance number is about. They sing about the trendy color of the moment that the Wiz changes the color. And they sing about that. I feel like this is a social commentary about something. I just have no idea what the fuck it is.
While we're ranting, what the hell's with all the wide
Oh,
shots in this movie?
spit. It's actually
Why am I
11 on here.
constantly looking
Yeah.
at scenes filled with nothing fucking happening? Wide shots are supposed to have a point, damn it. Here it's just like the cameraman was too lazy to walk the camera any closer.
I guess they're
I
there
like
to
this
show
film.
off the sets, which are pretty amazing. By amazing, I mean amazingly big. But unfortunately, they're amazingly fake looking too. They may as well just have filmed this in a McDonald's playland.
Yeah, like go back and look at Munchkin Land. What the hell's going on back there? They supposed to be in a black hole? What's with the Emerald City? These people live anywhere? They just stand here on this empty-ass dance floor all day.
Well, in one of the scenes from the source material that they managed not to screw up, they meet the Wiz, who tells them that if they want favors from him, they have to go kill the Wicked Witch, who the movie has finally remembered to put in.
The Great Oz has spoken.
Spoilers movie. Jeez.
Wow, she's hideous, and she's so evil in this version, she runs a sweatshop in a horrible factory.
When I wake up in the afternoon, which pleases me to do. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. You can't be my best of friends as opposed to paying dues. But don't nobody bring me no bad news. Actually, this Wicked Witch is a lot of fun. Even her sweatshop seems really into it.
Yeah, I kind of want her to win.
So don't nobody bring me no bad news.
So she finds out about Dorothy and sends out her flying monkeys. The flying monkeys, for the record, are the name of a motorcycle gang in this movie. Why? Because this film is committed to taking every single fantastical element of Oz and flushing it straight down the crapper.
The monkey bikers capture the four of them and bring them into the factory, where, because this is a kids' movie, the witch starts straight up torturing them. Well, that's gruesome. Yeah, I'm actually kind of that's the solution. Yeah, okay, the original Wicked Witch also got hit by water in her own castle, but it was like a glass or a bucket. It was a small amount. It's not a giant ass sprinkler system installed freaking everywhere. One of her own slaves could have taken her out by absentmindedly tossing a cigarette into the garbage or something.
Guys, what I miss?
In this highly funded musical, the way to fix the situation is the same way the Energizer Bunny took her out.
And Dorothy was right there. The Wicked Witch intentionally plopped her right on that spot with the fire alarm in plain view.
Did I miss a good song?
And get
I
this,
did, yeah,
her
I
throne
did.
is a giant toilet. God, I thought the aliens from Science were stupid.
Hey, another good song.
I think I'm actually starting to feel this. Like, everyone's happy, everyone's dancing, there's a lot of energy. Dinah Ross has finally lost that annoying wiggle, wiggle, wiggle look on her face.
Oh my god, there's a strange plot twist here in a few minutes you're about to find out.
And, you know, I'm starting to get into this finally.
Yeah, Cheddar. On your free time, you can watch that particular scene where they get partly naked, I guess.
What the hell's going on?
That's gonna be Cheddar, literally, when you see that particular one scene. But yeah, like I said, guys, it's free with ads, by the way. YouTube Movies, you know.
They unzip their own skin and dance around in diapers? Why? Why am I looking at a giant mass of black people wearing loincloths?
Told you, bro. And it's okay.
Okay, I can only assume Dorothy and everyone leave before the orgy commences in full, and they sneak in the back way into the Wizard's room, where they find out the awful truth. The Wiz is just a stand-up comedian with a well-publicized cocaine problem.
Hey, that's Richard Pryor.
I'm sorry! Everything you say about me is true! I'm funny!
And then Superman showed up and he was like...
He landed right in the middle of this big plantation!
So then Dorothy realizes that they had what they needed all along. And she sings about believing in yourself. And then Glenda the Good Witch finally shows up. Just...
For some reason, too, in this particular scene with, there's a lot of babies, like real-life babies around Glinda for whatever reason. I don't know why they have a lot of babies here. You know what? Hey, forget it.
right the fuck out of nowhere. And then she sings a song.
Oh my
about
goodness.
yourself. God, movie, quit dragging it out.
Believe you can float on air. Yes, click your heels 3 times.
And babies to the wall.
Yep. Those are definitely babies. Believe in yourself. And babies to the wall. Obviously.
I don't know what's in you. You'll have to find that out for yourself. You'll never find it in the safety of this room. There's a whole world out there. And you'll have to begin by letting people see who you really are.
Wait, actually, now that I think about it, when I ventured out into the world, it was full of...
Bro, she just had Richard Pryor so unspoken. My man Richard Pryor is gonna go to the distance. I swear, I agree with you, Deshaun. Can we just not have a song for every 20 seconds and just talk for once? Yeah, I feel like that's the only biggest downfall in this whole movie is like, every time they speak, they break out to another musical number. And it's like, can we not have that in every plot? Can we just have the characters talking and building development and personalities and everything else? Like, you know, like a normal, I don't know, maybe a Chuck E. Cheese movie, right? Something like that, you know. Can we like have a nice Chuck E. Cheese movie where we actually have, you know, build a dialogue, a character development, and then we have the songs at the end? Oh wait, I'm talking about a Chuck E. Cheese Christmas. Okay, anyway, yes, girl, it's a musical. You know what that means. Every musical gotta have 1 or 2, 5 to 6, 6, 7 songs. Yeah, not 20. I know. I think that's the only down part I hate about this movie is like, you have the scene, we get to the plot, and then boom, we pause the plot so we can get to the musical number. And it's like, can we not? Right now? Like in The Wizard of Oz, that was not really the... Okay, I could be wrong, maybe it was the case. But, okay, can we not? Yes, I did. And I'm glad you noticed. Okay, let's finish this up here. Because baby boy gotta go to bed.
Killing subways and garbage. You know what? Just stay in here and don't ever leave. It's safe. You got air conditioning. You got it good.
I'm ready now.
Where the hell did everybody went?
And we move on, finally, to the last musical number.
Swear to
which
God.
is, amazingly, the most incompetently staged of them all. It's just Diana Ross staring directly into your soul with nothing but inky blackness behind her background.
When that makes the tall trees bend into leaning, suddenly the snowflakes that fall have a meaning.
God, this is worse than the Diane Carroll bit from the Star Wars Holiday Special.
What the what is the... Wait, is that the one where people say not the Star Wars Holiday Special? What is the Star Wars Holiday... You know what? I'm not about to sit here and question it. I'm just gonna let this play, and we're just gonna forget about that. I asking you guys, what is the Star Wars Holiday Special? Yes, song number 21.
Oh, Chewbacca's dad isn't watching and jerking off. You know, how is it that the Wiz brought out 2 Star Wars Holiday Special references in this?
Are you researching dental implants?
There's a lot of dental offices that'll talk about doing their teeth in the day process. A lot of times.
What? Watch? No, well, forget it. Anyway. Bro. What? Hold on a second, chat. Tell me I'm not dreaming or tripping here.
Oh, Chewbacca's dad isn't watching and jerking off. You know, how is it that the Wiz brought out 2 Star Wars Holiday Special references in this?
Okay. Silver, right? Cool. She clicked on the heels. What? Did it? Interesting.
Oh, Auntie Anne, I had the most awful dream, and you weren't there, and you weren't there. None of you were there. Oh, I'm so glad to be home. Are you still here? Why haven't you moved out yet? Well, that...
And that's literally it. She just runs in the house and boom, that's the end of the movie.
That was The Wiz. It sucked. It sucked. It sucked. This movie was a huge flop
It sucked. It sucked. It sucks. It's a cult classic.
at the time, and I can see why. I know there's a lot of people who have fond memories of this movie, but honestly, I thought it was completely awful from beginning to end. They made a bunch of bullshit changes to the original story, and every single one of them is for the worse. Dorothy's awful, the direction is awful, and the story is bogged down by a bunch of draggy, slow musical numbers.
Wait a second. You mean to tell me? Oh my Lanta, sir.
Completely awful from beginning to end. They made a bunch of bullshit changes to the original story, and every single one of them is for the worse. Dorothy's awful, the direction is awful, and the story is bogged down by a bunch of...
Really, Glinda? You're the reason why she got twisted in that blister? Ah, I should have known.
draggy, slow musical numbers.
I did like some of the songs, I guess, but for the most part, it just blew. It's lame, it's dated, it's butt ugly, and it makes no goddamn sense. It fails to understand the Wizard of Oz so hard.
Hey, Jonathan.
It doesn't even get the moral right.
Well, thanks for doing the review.
Absolutely, anytime, get out. Maybe now I can get some rest and relax frickination.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another Linkara and Nostalgia Critic crossover, where we talk about the Swamp Thing movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Doogie's also on my list too, ladies and gentlemen. Now that I think about it, since he wanna snip his way back in here with his bark and his woof woof. So apparently Buddy Boy over here has The Wiz on vinyl, so congratulations, Doogie. You're also on my list. I hope you're happy, because I remember you told me about it, but I just thought about that now. Yeah, you're on my list. one day we'll have to watch the Star Wars Holiday Special to see what's all the hubba about. Man, everybody's coming. Jay! How's it going, buddy? We need a link. We gotta call sometime, you know? We gotta call sometime, actually. See when you're back down, when you'll be back down in the city. I'm thinking about planning a trip to New Orleans very soon. I know it's a slight ill, but I'm planning on making a trip to New Orleans very soon to like check out the store. Oh, so a little fun fact, ladies and gentlemen. I want to share this story here too before we, you know, before we wind things down a bit. Okay, we're watching Nostalgia Critic on that. Maybe for like the maybe a StreamYard night. So little fun fact, y'all. Me and Jay almost met up for the first time. At New Orleans back when it did have the 3-stage. So when I posted the picture of me visiting New Orleans on Christmas Eve, I was in talk with Jay at the time saying, hey, I'm going down to New Orleans to go check out the 3-stage, and there was plan of him to actually come. Unfortunately, those plans did not happen, so I forgot to mention that in the post of the Christmas Eve post, but yeah, there was plans of Jay and me meeting up for the first time over there. But yeah, man, we gotta get in touch soon. I'm planning on back to New Orleans to the store again, since they got like the playground and stuff. So, you know, I know there was a talk for the Slide L thing, and you know, if you can't make either or, man, you know, we'll just probably like make a video up in New Orleans and like film out there, like visiting the New Orleans store and stuff, you know. But we'll talk for sure. We'll definitely talk and keep in touch and everything, and figure out some plans for that, because I am planning on going back to New Orleans, actually, to go check out the store and the playground and everything like that. So hopefully this time you can be able to make it, and bring your walk around too. That'd be another good thing, like, you know, bring your walk around, not at the store wise, but you know, just bring the walk around and stuff too. I guess that's I guess that can help us then go on the way to like the Slidell and everything. But you know, anything is possible. I'll talk to my 2 colleagues and see what they want to do. Mainly they're just gonna say that it doesn't matter, so you know what, cool, we'll talk soon, probably when the weather gets like more better and stuff, and when like daylight savings time becomes more convenient, because I know like the weather here is crazy. You finally scored derby half for Chuck. Oh sweet, yeah, definitely bring the walk around, bro. That'd be so freaking dope. All right, you guys, it is time. I know a lot of people just came on here. For a lot of people that just came on here, welcome, welcome everyone. Unfortunately, man, it's that time. I just say the Nostalgia Critic was our last video for tonight. It's time to wrap up the stream here. But we will definitely do more. We'll definitely do more Nostalgia Critic videos, and a lot of other fun stuff. So we are gonna wrap up here for tonight, because it's that time to wind things down. And of course, some of you guys do have school in the morning, and it's the end of the winter break. But it's been a lot of fun. Like I said, hey, we're doing another show tape watch party stream very, very soon, so make sure you stay tuned for those reminders. January 2002. So all you nostalgic fans out there that loves the Adventure Days, make sure you come and join us for the party. So before we end out the night, let's play a good night song, and this is highly requested by Cheddar, who said we haven't done this in a very long time. So for all you people out there that are very nostalgic with Bear in the Big Blue House, let's play it. Not the ads, not the ads, not the ads!
You're lighting up the sky. Lena, do you have time to sing a goodbye song before you go? Oh, it's me. Hey, this was really fun. We hope you liked it too. Seems like we've
just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well that's okay. 'Cause we'll see you very soon, I know. Very soon, I know. Goodbye.